What's up? What's up, my Mind Your Money business folks? It's me yet again with another video on today's stock market news. And as always, hopefully you're in the market and not trying to time the market because that is simply impossible to do. Now, I just woke up and I told myself to do this video now instead of waiting until later. And I won't talk as much as I've been doing previously. But as always, hopefully you're not still straddling the fence and you are investing into appreciating assets. That includes yourself, because you should be appreciating over time. You should be learning lessons, learning what not to do and the things to do, like saving, getting out of debt, investing for your future. If not for your future, for your family legacy. So, what happened in the stock market today? It says the Dow, S&P 500, NASDAQ rallied for third day as Fed rate cut hopes grow. Apple and Alphabet notch records. So it says U.S. stocks ended sharply higher Tuesday, building on a broad rebound fueled by growing optimism that the Federal Reserve will deliver a rate cut next month, while tech heavyweights Alphabet and Apple posted record highs. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average jumped more than 1.4%. The S&P 500 rose 0.9%. And the tech-heavy NASDAQ shook off an early slide to trade around 0.7% higher after Monday's session delivered a strong start to the holiday shortened trading week. So it says stocks have built on the momentum that saw the NASDAQ surge in its best day since May, as tech megacaps snap back from a bruising stretch while the major U.S. indexes try to recover some of their losses this month. Yeah, we need to recover these losses. Alphabet continued its torrid streak, while Apple ticked higher to close at its latest high. On the other hand, shares of Nvidia came under pressure after the information reported that Meta is in talks to spend billions of Google's AI chips. The Alphabet-owned company challenged to Nvidia's dominance helped push the chip heavyweight stock down more than 3%, while Alphabet shares posted another record high. The tech giant inched closer to a $4 trillion market cap on Tuesday. So that's interesting. Even though companies are spending billions of dollars on Nvidia's chip, the company's stock price goes down. But because Meta is in talks to spend billions on Google's AI chip, Google's stock price goes up. So I think what's happening is they're trying to control Nvidia. Like, you don't want that company to be valued too much, because with more money comes more control and influence. And I think the people in power just don't want Nvidia to have too much power. So therefore, they're trying to keep the company in a certain place, in my opinion. It's just my opinion, right? So meanwhile, investors continue to keep a close watch on the Fed. Markets are now pricing in a more 80% probability of a quarter-point interest rate cut in December. Bets on a cut jump after Fed Governor Chris Waller added fuel to the fire, joining a chorus of policymakers advocating an easing in rates. The interesting thing is, even when rate cuts do happen, the stock market may still go down. When they say if interest rates do happen, it makes money more cheaper to borrow, so therefore more money flows into the market. But in this current situation, or throughout this year, that hasn't always been the case. The market didn't just surge after a rate cut. It actually went down. So it's been all over the place. So you never know what to expect. You know, I'm not behind closed doors with these people who are making decisions, but it's all over the place. And I believe a lot of what's happening isn't what's really happening, as far as what they're saying is happening in the media that's affecting the stock market. I think it's more than that. Just like I mentioned something about Japan, the yen rate on yesterday, and how companies were borrowing or getting loans um, through Japan at a lower interest rate, and they were using the money that they were borrowing because you could buy the yen for more money using U.S. dollars because the yen was low, and so when you borrow that money, you can then take that money. Global leaders can take that money and invest into the U.S. stock market, right? And you can make money in the U.S. The U.S. You can make a lot of money in the United States. Just think about this: in one day or 2 days, hundreds of billions of dollars or trillions of dollars can flow in and out of the market. Where is all of that money coming from? It's coming from somewhere. Some people, they have that type of money that can affect the stock market in a major way. So I never believe the headlines like they're talking about this AI bubble when we're just getting into AI and all they're talking about is NVIDIA. And I believe that there are other companies out there that are on the uptick that we know nothing about. They know about, and they're going to make money on that stock. And by the time we start to hear about it, the stock is probably at its peak, or the amount that you're going to pay for that stock is going to be higher than when they started purchasing it. So anywho, it says a shutdown delayed economic data provided glimpses into consumer spending and price pressures. U.S. retail sales rose in September, though the jump was less than forecast. Meanwhile, a look at wholesale inflation for that same month showed producer prices rising 0.4% month over month, matching expectations, but representing a bump from a surprise decline in August. Year over year, PPI also rose to 2.7%. So on the earnings front, retailers Kohl's and Best Buy posted better than expected results on Tuesday. U.S. markets will be closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving and will operate on a reduced schedule on Friday, shutting at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, so that's it. So what happened in the market? So FTEC, Information Technology ETF from Fidelity, gained 70 cents today, closing out at $220.40. Palantir gained $1.30 today, closing out at $163.55. SPYM, State Street's S&P 500 ETF, gained 68 cents today, closing out at $79.42. Broadcom gained $1.62 today, closing out at $419. No. Broadcom gained $7.07 today, closing out at $385.03. Tesla gained $1.62 today, closing out at $419.40. Nvidia lost $4.73 today, closing out at $177.82. Let's just look at this today, right? It says the average volume of stocks that moved throughout Nvidia today was 193,471,804, and it lost $4.73 today. That's $915 million today just wiped out. Where did all that money go? The company just posted better than expected earnings report where the stock price should be going up. So there's a lot happening behind the scenes, because the way that you should be evaluating companies, you should be looking at their portfolio, how much money they have on hand, how much debt they have, and what are their earning potential. And companies are spending billions of dollars in Nvidia. Anywho, there's just a lot more to this than meets the eye. And I believe Nvidia still has a long ways to go, but yeah, it just lost $900 million today, if I'm not mistaken. And I think if we go back to yesterday, I wonder what because now I would just look at what I posted on my Facebook page. But either way, yeah, I'm going to end this video. So like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let me know what you think. If you think anything at all. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I pretending to be one. Any and all information on my channel is for entertainment purposes only. It just expresses my opinion. So please consult with a financial advisor before you invest any of your hard-earned money. But also, get out of debt, people. Get out of debt so that you can have more control over your life financially, so that you can create a solid foundation for you and your family by investing into appreciating assets. Remember, your money will outwork you any day. All right, so you guys take care. Have a blessed day. Peace. Love you.